What is up, enthusiasts? It is Cedar Flags here, and welcome back to another one of my videos. So I like to do breaking news stories on this channel all the time, but we have an extra special one today. Not just a brand new roller coaster, but a whole new park. Yes, a whole new park in Missouri is being built right now and just got announced. And today, I wanted to talk about it. It really intrigues me, all the rides that are going to be here, and all of the speculation behind it, as we don't know too much yet. So today, I want to get into that, looking at an overview, what we could see from the renderings, and if it's a good idea to invest in. So, this is Cedar Flags, and today, we will be looking at the brand new Oasis at Lakeport theme park. So, let's get right into this video, starting off with the information that we already know. So, this is exciting news, everyone. So, this park isn't going to be too big, but it's definitely not an FEC either. So, it is going to be named Oasis at Lakeport, and it is going to be at Osage Beach in Missouri. Now, this is really in the middle of the state, and I don't think it's going to interfere with the tourism of any of the other 3 parks in the state, but I was thinking about it, and with these 4 parks, Missouri's going to have one of the greatest coaster collections in the entire United States. Anyways, this is going to be a $300 million investment, which I saw was a little iffy based on the current economy and what time they would open this. So I was a little iffy on that, but I kept reading. It has a planned opening date of 2024 and will open with all of the rides included. It will be developed by Skyview Partners and Tegethoff Development, based out of Kansas City. So, what will the resort include? Well, it will include hotels, restaurants, shops, an amphitheater, a marina with boats, a boardwalk, and of course the centerpiece, an amusement park. So, what will the amusement park feature? Well, confirmed we have roller coasters, multiple flat rides, and a 200-foot tall Ferris wheel, but we could dive even deeper. And how? Well, even though that's all of the stuff that's confirmed to be here, we could also look at some of the renderings and point out some attractions that we recognize. So, looking at some of the renderings that we see in the video, we could see a decent amount of flat rides included with the park. The first one I noticed right off the bat is a slingshot. Now, these are common at most parks and they are usually upcharge. And right next to it, it looks to be another upcharge, a skyscraper. Looking at some of the more normal rides in the park, we could see a pirate ship, which looks to be in between the Ferris wheel and the skyscraper ride. And then, a very interesting ride, it looks like in the renderings we could see an old school Enterprise. And if you don't know, these rides have been dying out recently and have been being replaced by the Zamperla Endeavor. So I really don't get why they put an old school one in here, but maybe they looked up the closest thing and an Endeavor will be the final product. Up next, we have a few others. We could see a carousel and a few other low to the ground spinning flat rides. And then we could see some more interesting rides. A drop tower, a log flume, a star flyer, and then the roller coasters. So we have 2 visible in the video, and they are definitely very interesting. The first one is a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, and it looks to be very similar to some of the clones out there like Untamed at Canopy Lake Park and Hydrus at Casino Pier. This is a very common ride model, though I am pretty happy to see a ride like this here. Now, something I do want to mention is there is a second thrilling roller coaster in the background, and from the sight of it, it looks like a very common ride model, at least in the United States. But then, a few of my friends investigated a little more. Is that a Jinma Rides inverting spinning coaster? Let me say, that would be very interesting. The company that makes a lot of Chinese knockoffs in, well, China, and coming to America, that would be quite interesting. Especially since this park will be a little more than 3 hours away from Spinning Dragons. I really don't know if they would allow this to happen, or if Zamperla or someone else like Gerstlauer or Mauer Rides will step in and try to replicate that for more profit. Some other things that I wanted to point out. 1. There appears to be a very interesting water slide complex from a roof of a hotel, and I think that would be pretty insane. I would love to see something like that, especially as a water park fan, and even though we don't know too much about the water slide collection, I could see this being a great one. And second off, why is this park so high off the ground? I mean, look at it. All of the renderings that we see, the rides are at least 50 feet off the ground. It looks very bizarre in my opinion. Even though the views are going to look incredible, I feel like this will just add to the cost of everything. And it would be very interesting to see an architectural feature like this. I'm no certified engineer, but I really don't see the benefit in this. Flooding? Well, maybe you could build a 10-foot platform, but geez, this is a lot. Though, there could be another advantage that I'm not thinking of. So, yes, I really want to wonder, will this park actually open? Now, obviously they announced that the park's going to open, everyone says it's going to open, but as the creator of the Never Build series on my channel, it begs me to ask, with other amusement parks saying that they were going to open but ended up not, is this park actually going to open? I have 3 pros and 2 cons. The 3 pros are, 1, there is a possible first-of-a-kind roller coaster here in the United States, and that would definitely be a good selling point. 2, it is in a very touristy location. And 3, there is no major amusement park within a 2-hour radius of this location. Now, looking at some of the cons. 1, the current economy isn't the best, I mentioned that earlier. And 2, it is near no major cities. And maybe there are a few, but they are within 3 hours of a drive. Now, I know that this area is a very touristy area, but is it really a good match for something like Branson that has all of these different amusement park attractions and, of course, Silver Dollar City? This has a very high amount of tourists per year, so could this small beach town in Missouri compete? And I think that they would be direct competitors. I doubt, unless there are coaster enthusiasts that are going, there are going to be families that go from one park to the other, so I don't know. Anyways, is this really that good of a fit? Personally, I'm not 100% sure. If I were to give it a verdict, I'm going to say that it's going to open, but it is going to be a little downsized compared to the version that we see. Maybe we'll see the theme park complete, but a smaller hotel resort. Finally, I'm going to ask, can we see any other major roller coasters here? I mean, financially, I don't know if it's going to be the best decision to build 2 ground-up roller coasters, and I think it would be a really cool decision to maybe relocate something from a different park. Maybe something like California's Great America. I think that's a little far-fetched because they're completely different when it comes to business, but I really think that that could be an interesting investment. Maybe have a ride like Railblazer or Patriot, or maybe with the crazy terrain this park has, something like Flight Deck, but that would definitely save them a lot of money. Now, it looks like they are on a little bit of a budget when they have a Jitmo Ride spinning coaster, but I, once again, am not going to be brave enough to assume. So, what do you think about this park? What do you think about this project? Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think it's going to happen? What do you think is going to be included? Let me know everything, and until next time, this is Cedar Flags, and I'll see you all later.